I hope that you can hear me with the loud voices in the background, but I think you will hear. So I'm sitting in the woods still, reading my book, and then I just felt called to make a video. I got really inspired. I'm reading Paulo Coelho's Witch from Portobello book. I love Paulo Coelho. He always starts a spark in my heart and my soul and inspires me greatly to just to share my voice and share my soul. And what I wanted to say today is I want to talk about the shift that the world is going through and what that shift means to me, how I see it, and I would love to hear anyone's views on this and what you feel this shift is all about. I think it's really fun to hear what people has to say and how they experience feel this shift that is going on in the world. So for me, this shift is taking humanity to a how can I say this, more mature state. We are like shifting from being teenagers, if you put it like that. We are shifting from being teenagers that just take and care about ourselves and are like very ego-like, to adults that can see, observe, and make decisions based upon a connection to something higher than just from the ego and what we feel will benefit us in some way. I feel that this shift is much about becoming co-creators with the universe. Now we have just been for such a long time just taking on the faith that was given to us, just being asleep and not thinking that much about, not being conscious really. We haven't been conscious in any way. We have just been really outside ourselves, like in the world around us, and not being conscious of the interconnectedness between us as a species, but with everything that is around us. We have been really unconscious of our nature, of our role on this planet as caregivers and caretakers, and not exploiters and users of the resources, but we are learning to work with what we have and not against it, not using it. We are shifting in so many ways, and for me the shift is in consciousness. And the shift in consciousness then reflects the shift in the outside world, because the world is dependent on how conscious we are collectively. Our reality is made by our consciousness, how we perceive and how we see ourselves and the world around us. And without being conscious, without knowing what we are, that we have a soul and that we have a purpose and that we are here to take care of the earth, and not having a connection with self and with God, makes us wander and do things that aren't necessarily good for the planet and the people that we live with. So the shift is also for me much about grounding your soul into reality. And by that I mean just connecting with your soul on a deeper level, so that you can ground it into being on this planet, into this reality, and share your gifts and your voice and whatever you came here to do. Really live your soul mission in alignment with your soul, in alignment with God or source or goddess or nature, or whatever you feel is the best word to describe the consciousness that created it all. I say God or source, it depends on the day or mood. So yeah, I think that the shift is happening slowly. Many think that it's gonna ascend and just quickly move through the shift. I think that, or based upon what I have listened to and what really resonated with me, I feel that Earth have chosen to bring everyone with her on this shift. And she gives us time, because if we just shift quickly, then we won't be able to ground the energies and the new knowledge and consciousness into our present time reality, into our bodies and into our reality. And that will lead to just craziness, that people won't know what to do with themselves. It will be, I feel that it might still be a little bit chaotic, but not in the way that it would be if we just shifted really quickly. So I think that the shift has been going on for some time now. It's not a new thing, it's something that's been planned for quite some time. And I feel that many souls that are here and are awakening in this time has kind of a mission and responsibility to be there for the souls that don't have the resources or consciousness or knowing how to shift and how to purge, because with a shift there comes purges. You need to release old DNA and release old patterns and release old ways and beliefs, and just release everything that is unserving in this new paradigm, this new place, or not place but consciousness that we are about to get into. And now I forgot where I was before I talked about the beliefs. That's so me, but yeah. Yeah. So I think that many people are really afraid of the darkness and the patterns and everything that comes with ascending to higher vibrations. Or I don't like really saying higher or lower, because I think that separates us in many ways. Oh, what I wanted to say is that it's really important to remember and think about that those who are awakening now aren't in any way better or smarter or more important than those who aren't awake. We just simply have different missions, different purposes, different things to do. And I can't really explain why some people are awakening and some are not. I don't, I think that I don't know anything really. Like, I am accepting that I don't know anything. I am just here to do me, to just speak of what I feel and how I see, and if it resonates with someone, that's really wonderful, and I'm really glad that I can help you or just guide you. But still, I don't know anything. Like, I am learning, and at the same time I'm teaching. So as I have guides, I pray and hope to be someone else's guide and to help someone. But I really want to stress this, that if you feel that, oh my god, people are awakening and I am not there, I don't have the same consciousness or the awareness that they do, please don't put yourself down. Just love yourself, because you are here to do what you are here to do, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And even when it doesn't feel that way, or even when it's like dark nights of the soul and hard times and pain and suffering, you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and all is well. So just don't put yourself down. Don't like put someone on a pedestal and think that they are know everything and they have everything figured out, because even we who talk about all of this and we who teach, we don't know everything. We are just sharing our voices. We are just sharing what resonates with us, what we feel. And I think that for most of us, we don't want you to worship us or just see us as better or more conscious, because we are on our own journey too. We make mistakes, we get hurt, we hurt, like we are all in this together. So even if you see someone as a teacher, don't put them on a pedestal, because they aren't perfect. I promise you that. None of us are. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody's perfect, and that's okay. So now that I have that said, I think that it's really important to talk about it. But now that I have that said, I will continue with the shift. And yeah, like I said, it's grounding your soul into present time reality, into being like making a connection with yourself and becoming a co-creator with the universe, and not being bound to fate and karma in that way. Like, you can, when you are more aware and conscious, you can see those patterns and you can receive the information and not react on it. You can just be a receiver, a observer, and you can release and transmute the energy and the knowledge that you get and receive from source or from the universe as a whole. So I think that mostly the shift is about a really big shift in consciousness, a really big shift in the way we see ourselves, in the way we perceive this world, in the way we act and not react. Maybe I think that the shift is much about stop reacting and more being in tune and in alignment with our soul. So it's more like a flow, that we become like vessels for source to act through us, observing and letting it flow through us, but at the same time we are conscious, and from that consciousness we act in a way that is more aligned with the highest good of all. So yeah, that's what I have to say about the shift, what I feel and how I perceive this, what's real for me, what resonates for me. And as I said, I would really love to hear what you have to say and how you perceive this, what's your thoughts, and if you have anything to say or to just add, or you have a completely different view of this. I would really like to hear you share your thoughts and feelings and what you have received. And I wish you all a really, really great day. And for me it's weekend, it's the start of the weekend, it's Friday here, so I wish you a really beautiful weekend with a lot of rest, self-love and compassion. My main thing is compassion, so I wish you a lot of compassion for yourself and for others and for the planet. Have a great day.